Little Jack, what did you just say?
His first word?
He's the guy you can identify with. You know, everybody's been in that situation of having to make things work with family members who don't necessarily get along, and trying not to cause waves, but also trying to, you know, get through your life. And being that guy, it's just you sort of like kind of roll with the punches. Sometimes you get fed up with things, sometimes you let it go. You know, it's trying to be the person who can make everything all right, and then not usually being able to do that.
We're starting our own circle of trust. And guess what? You're not in it.
Well, you can't start a circle of trust. It's my circle.
He holds back, and we overdo emotionally. He's New England, and we're New York. They tend to be more reserved emotionally, and we're more extroverted emotionally. But what brings us together is that both families are kind of hovering over their kids and being overprotective. I would say you with your daughter, and Barbra and I with Ben.
Greggy practically slept in our bed till he was 10.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I don't think it was quite that long. I mean, it's sleeping there all this time.
Tell you about Roz? Well, somehow, first of all, I saw her with this kind of dark, curly hair. Something out of the 70s, you know, a person who was like in a certain time zone, not quite today. More traditional, old-fashioned, and yet quite modern in her job and her theories. Warm, loving, food-oriented, love-oriented.
I don't mind pain. I learned from pain.
Pain, schmain, my fingers are magic. Come on, let me work out the kinks.
It was really fun. It was great to work with Bob again, because the first time around I was just so sort of intimidated sort of like, you know, in awe of the experience of working with him. And this time around I was intimidated and in awe of the experience of working with him. But at least I'd done it once before, and so it was slightly more loose, and I had new people to be intimidated and in awe of with Barbra and Dustin. I mean, Barbra was, you know, just incredible. She was sort of this dream idea that everybody had of you know, who could we get to play Roz Focker? And it's like, oh, you know, Barbra Streisand would be incredible. And nobody thought it would actually happen, and it did, which was incredible. And she was so cool and fun and funny, and it was great to see her have a chance to sort of go back to that comedy that she's done.
After making some changes in the script, I decided to do it, to get back into the workforce and see how I felt about that. A lot of times we couldn't continue the scene because we were laughing. Yeah, I went kind of hysterical in a couple of times in the scenes where I just couldn't, and then yet try to use it and try to use the fact that, oh, maybe Roz is getting a little tipsy with the liquor and that's why she's laughing so much. So try to incorporate it, integrate it with the character. Many unplanned pregnancies happen because the man is such a sexual dynamo, and the woman craves his sperm on an unconscious but very powerful level.
Mm-hmm. Mom, I'm truly not comfortable having this conversation with you.
I mean, there are always expectations of the sequel, and I think that's sort of like the fun of a sequel, and also sort of the pitfall is that, you know, how do you live up to something that people love so much in the first one? The interesting thing is that there's a whole new set of characters with the Fockers.
You know, Jay's very good. He was very concerned that it would work as a sequel and so on, and he was able to deal with all of us and be very considerate and sensitive to everybody's way of working. Sort of suffered for all our sins, trying to be very diplomatic, and he did a really good job. He was terrific.